Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. That is the goal. A bag tour. My fall off is crazy. But I don't know if I want to do a light color with dark polka dots or dark color with light polka dots. I did light blue with dark polka dots. Now I'm cutting bookmarks for my snail mail. Done this before, but I did make a vision board, I guess, so we can look through that together. Sorry for the spoilers if you are one of my snail mail receivers. I have this color palette that I want to kind of stick with. It's orange, yellow, pink, blue, and green. And then each month I do a calendar for obviously the month, and it usually is a watercolor print. I don't have any of my previous months because I don't really make a copy for myself. Usually, sometimes I'll take a picture of them so I can put in a picture of, let's say for January, for example. It's a watercolor painting, and then I put a calendar in the middle of it usually. So I want to do umbrellas, I think, just to go with the beach theme. And I really like this kind of watercolor style of the umbrellas. And then usually I like to do a stamp, so I was thinking either a sailboat or maybe some shells. I think I could do both. And then I want to do a bookmark, and I'm going to do a summer would you rather as my activity. And obviously I have to incorporate Christmas in July, so I think I'm going to put this little lifesaver on like one of the corners of the piece of paper for the would you rather. That is the goal. We have 3 days to knock this out. Back here, I think the first thing that I'm going to start is my lino cutting, my stamp, if you will. This is my stamp block. This is what I have left. It used to be bigger, but I have since made a bunch of stamps for my various snail mails, so we can go through those quickly. A lot of them didn't make it into the final cut or the final product of each collection, but I did trial some of them. This is a house. I was kind of trying to figure out if I wanted to name my snail mail club, and obviously there's one I think already called Homebody something, and so I was just kind of toying around with that, but I never really did anything with it. But I was making house stamps for some reason. I made 2 of them. Then I have a star, which is the first one that I ever did. It's not the best, but I did put this on the outside of the first envelopes that I sent out. Then I have these 3 moon stamps for my space theme. These were some trials. They've seen better days. I don't know which one I actually ended up with. I think I ended up with going with this one. And then I did a park theme. So we have the little swing set. And then we did Minecraft theme, obviously. So we have a little creeper. So those are the stamps that I've made so far. Obviously they're not too detailed. They're not as like crazy as they could be. But sometimes they don't need to be. Simple is better. I think I'm going to make a sailboat and maybe also some of the shells. I do have blue and black ink. I used the blue ink for the swing set, but I haven't used the blue ink for anything else, so maybe that's what we'll do. These are the 2 things that I finished today for my snail mail, which is a win. So we have my summer this or that. I put a little lifesaver with Christmas lights because I have to have a nod to Christmas in July because that's my favorite. But did my summer this or that. And then I also did the stamps, which you saw. This is a little sailboat. And then the shells, which I think turned out really good. This looks crazy because I have my windshield shade up because I'm parked at work. I went to the coffee shop and then I went to Michael's. I got these stickers for, I got ice cream stickers for my snail mail, and then I also didn't put stickers in my last snail mail, and it was Minecraft themed, so I might put these in with this month's, or I might just keep them for myself. And then I also got a puzzle. This is ice cream truck themed. It was only $5, and I really want to get off my phone, so I think this would be a perfect way to do that. It's only 500 pieces. Usually I can do a 500 piece puzzle in like one sitting, so who knows if that'll happen this week, but I have about 5 minutes until I have to go into work, so I'm just gonna sit here. I already put up my sunshade because it's hot. It's like 90 degrees, and yeah. We're now a day before launch, aka a day before I need to put my snail mail in the mail. And this morning I did the watercolor bookmarks. They're kind of giving the Argentinian flag, but I'm gonna put Fun in the Sun probably in black marker. I was just waiting for them to dry. And then I was making little beach umbrella, beach scenery. I'm gonna draw a sandcastle on these. So I did 5 of these. Also, I need to make the towel. So also wrote my letter, so I need to figure out how to print it. And then I need to organize the envelope and also write the addresses on the envelope. So a lot to get done still, but I'm sure I can get it done. I have about an hour and I have about 2 hours to work, and then I can work on it some tonight. So we should be good. Let's do a bag tour, hobby bag edition. So this is my everyday bag. It is a Uniqlo crossbody, I think. I don't really know what the technical terms are. I got this little boba keychain from a claw machine yesterday, so it's a new addition. But I also have a few other like little keychains that I put on the outside depending on my mood. In here we have just normal everyday things, like my wallet and my keys. I also have a deck of cards, and I also got this from a claw machine yesterday. This little soundboard. I also have snacks because I'm notorious for getting hangry, which I usually bring everywhere. I don't really like taking like my keys and my wallet out of this bag because then I'll forget where I put them. This is I think this is what I'm going to bring today. I don't really know what I want to do. I think it's getting cloudier as we speak, so I might just go get boba and come back, but I do have options. So in here right now I have my Rubik's Cube. Earbuds, I use over-the-ear headphones as well, and also AirPods. So today I just went with wired headphones because sometimes I get overstimulated when I have glasses and headphones on. Crochet project that I'm working on. This is probably going to be in another video, but I am actively working on a crochet project almost always. And then I have this notebook. This is my ideas notebook. I have a journaling diary notebook, and then I also have a reading journal-esque aesthetic bullet journal type. So this one is just kind of ideas, catch-all, whatever. And then I have my book. I'm currently reading A Martyr. I've been reading this for weeks, it feels like. Actually, it's only been probably a week, but I need to return it to the library on Tuesday, so I should finish it soon. And then in this backpack, this is usually the backpack that I bring if I am bringing my computer or my laptop or anything like that. This is my hobby bag for today. Let's go. Change of plans. I went to boba, read a little bit, and now I want to go bowling. So I'm driving to the bowling alley. I did not prepare for this. Basically, every time I go bowling, my thumbnail breaks, which is inevitable because it's so long, but usually I cut it before, but this is very on-the-fly decision. So we're gonna go bowling. I'm gonna have so much fun just for one. I don't know if I'm gonna do 1 or 2 games. I've bowled once this year, so I could do 2 games. I'm overcoming my anxiety, my fear of bowling by myself. Everyone obviously kind of does their own thing on their own lane, so I'm not hopefully going to be perceived too much, but this is my first time ever going bowling by myself, so. I didn't plan very well. It's pouring rain outside, but I went bowling by myself. I am sweating. 1, 2, my fall off is crazy. I think I didn't even, okay, so I played 3 games. I was only going to play 2 of them, but 3rd game is half off, and that was a mistake because my 3rd game ruined my average a little bit. Basically, every time I bowl, I want to get over 100. That's kind of the goal because, guys, I'm by no means any pro. Please don't watch this and think that I am like amazing at bowling. But so that was tough. That was humbling to say the least. My highest score was 130, which is pretty good today. My lowest score was 98, so it's like only a couple points away from 100, so not too discouraged by that. But I know my arm is going to hurt for the next week because I was doing this twice a week for about 4 months when I was at school, and even then my arm would hurt. And the fact that I've taken 6 months off, and I also did 3 games instead of 2, I'm gonna feel that later, but that's fine. The rain says it's going to stop in 10 minutes. My score was 106, 130, and then 98. I was correct. My thumbnail did break. Not as much as I thought it would, but it always does that, so.